You guys, confidence doesn't come from like good things happening to you or you being successful in your goals. It actually comes from you taking action.
Taking action.
When you know you can bet on yourself, you have self-confidence. And that people pleasing, that not having boundaries, that not like doing something until you feel ready, in air quotes, is actually crippling people from building the life they want. That's what she discovered. Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Be It Till You See It interview recap, where my co-host in life, Brad, and I are going to dig into the assertive convo I had with Nada Nassardeen in our last episode. If you haven't yet listened to that interview, feel free to pause this now, go back and listen to that one, and then come back and join us. She is confident as fuck. I love her. You guys, we did go out for coffee. We invited a bunch of strangers. It was blind date for business bitches in the best way. Like literally, I just sat there and she and I just watched people looking around for a meetup group, and every person only knew what one person looked like. So hopefully each person showed up in the right order so that the person they knew would be there. It was so fun. We're trying to work it as a monthly meetup, and I'm just so freaking grateful for her. So she's amazing. Before we get into that interview, today is March 14th. It's Pi Day. Woo! Not P-I-E, but P-I, which is... And any day that combines fun, education, and pie is a day worth celebrating. That's what the people say. So pi,
That's what
P-I,
they say,
is a constant value used in math that represents the ratio of a circumference of a circle to its diameter.
Which is just about 3.14. And I used to have to know like 15 characters. So it's like 3.1492. I can't fucking remember.
I do remember being tested on this in math going, this is stupid. I will never need to know the rest of this number.
Yeah, this is the ratio of a circumference of a circle to its diameter.
And
anyway,
yeah,
today is March
also
14th, which is 314.
314 is Pi Day because that's the first three numbers.
We covered that.
It's also Albert Einstein's birthday.
That's right.
The man with the crazy hair. Woo-woo! It's nothing short of a mathematician's delight because today is Pi Day and his birthday. He was destined to be born on this day.
He was.
So anyways, go Albert and go Pi. Also upcoming, currently happening, is the March Madness Challenge. And by the way, if you're listening to this in April, May, June, July, or August, anytime in the future, this link still works.
Or even September.
Or even next year. opc.me/challenge is going to take you to a free mat challenge. And this mat challenge is designed to help you have consistency in your mat practice. I see you. I see the person who thinks they need to go to a studio to do a formal workout and then they never get there. Guess what? The mat is where it's at. You can do it anywhere, wherever you are, whenever you want. It's amazing. And the first class, when you sign up, is a 10-minute class because you need to build up time in your schedule to do a longer workout.
The mat
so
is where
opc.me/challenge. In the Profitable Pilates world, for my fitness business instructors, we are going to have an accelerator event. We talked about this last week. This is huge news. Finally, a workshop that's going to help you accelerate the studio growth that you have in your business. It's going to have so much information that you can actually take action on.
Yes.
Because we're all about you being able to take action on shit. So you are going to go to profitablepilates.com/upcoming.
profitablepilates.com/upcoming.
Lastly, but not leastly, summer camp. Summer camp is for my Pilates and nerdos. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be someone who's an enthusiast every single day of their life. You could actually just be someone who's pie curious. Like how I did that.
But
And
3.14 curious.
Yeah, if you're 3.14 curious or Pi Lattes curious.
Oh,
Pi
I think
curious.
we're starting a new thing. I think Pilates curious is now 3.14 curious.
Yeah. If you are in on that inside, that's so inside.
That's like inside baseball all day.
But it's like inside. That's like another level of people who know what like the Mandalorian is kind of thing. Inside. So opc.me/workshops. We are going to have the first week of June covered for all of your OPC workshops, workouts. Well, actually Pilates, anything. And we're going to have different teachers, amazing people showing up. And yes, there are replays, but it's way more fun to come to summer camp live if you can. So mark your calendar. You'll be able to buy a la carte workshops or workouts. Go to opc.me/workshops because people on the wait list are going to
plural workshops.
Yeah.
opc.me/workshops.
And if you're like, Lesley, you'll just publicly promote this. Yes, I will. But the people on the wait list get bonuses.
Always.
Always.
That's how we roll.
Before we get into Nada's amazing interview, Brad, do we have an audience question?
We sure do. Jessica S. said from Instagram, oh my God, your skin is so amazing. What is your skincare routine?
Did not say it like that.
I know, but
okay.
I thought it was awesome that we're complimenting you while asking a question.
I know. That's the question. I copied it from Instagram.
I love your beautiful skin. It's amazing.
Yes. Okay. So what happened is, you guys know, as you know, I've been going through a lash extension post-lash extension life. And so I've been sharing with people my new beauty routines, like any good Instagrammer would.
She's trying things out, y'all.
We're literally trying things out.
She's the guinea pig.
So first I was just like taking questions from people, like who's the best mascara? We're not doing that anymore because we've found one? No, we haven't. But also I'm tired of buying mascaras and being disappointed.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So but at any rate, I was like, hey, here's how I'm making myself not look like a mole rat. Is this helpful? Do you like this? And Jessica was like, I love this. Cause also, what is your skincare? Like it looks amazing, right? So what you said. So my skincare, you guys can cure everything. So if you don't know how to do makeup, good skincare is going to like save your life. So I have been using Circadia. We have no affiliate link. I haven't even asked them for one. They don't even know who I am, but I love Circadia. Shout out to Megan Linney, who was one of our guests. She carried this line. It's woman owned. It's really amazing. I love it. Brad even uses it.
Yeah.
So it's really, really great. That's my skincare. I also, I do it every day, morning and night. You should actually wash your face in the morning and at night, you guys. But there's like ways to do it. So that's my skincare routine. I like their microfoliant at night because it takes all the makeup off. I like their almondola cleanser in the morning because it's like nice and soft. I also use I can't remember the oil name one, but I use this oil one to get the eye makeup off because now I have to do that.
There's a micro exfoliating honey cleanser.
That's the one.
And then there's a
almondola is the one I use, but then there's another one that has a little bit of oil in it.
There's a serum. Is it blue bottle?
No, but that's fine.
I'm not sure.
Anyways, all the stuff's amazing. You cannot go wrong.
Yeah.
But because I now do eye makeup, I have to remove it. I hate makeup remover. It's really annoying. So I got this, I got their Circadia cleanser that has it's like a veil, like the name is Veil something. And it has a little bit of oil in it, which I could never use because I had the lashes. But now that I don't have the lashes, I can use it. So then the makeup line that I use as a primer base, most everything except for the eye makeup that I'm doing is Westman Atelier. Also, no affiliate link. I've been trying. Trust me.
Well, hold on. Just so y'all know, Circadia does not sell direct to the public.
No.
They only sell to estheticians. We support estheticians just like you by providing world-class skincare products and treatments to spas and skincare professionals only. So they're very intentional about that. So you have to find it somewhere.
Yeah, you'll find it, but you will find it. It's so good. And then Westman Atelier, who I am 100% trying to get some sort of collab with because, oh my gosh, if you know Gucci Westman, which I feel like Allison probably knows Gucci Westman. I want her on the pod. I fucking love her. She's helping be it till I see it every day with my makeup line. Because you can't even fuck this makeup up. And it's clean beauty, which I'm very, very into. And so another reason my skin looks so good is I use really, really good, clean products for the makeup that I'm wearing. And so shout out to them. They have a free concierge service. So don't just go buy random stuff from them. Go to their Instagram bio. You'll see a link that's really long and you can't click on it. You're going to have to remember it with your own eyes and then literally type it out. And you'll have to also know how to spell atelier. Good fucking luck. But if you can do this, if you can get through this, my team will put the link in the show notes, I'm sure, so you can click on it. Yeah. But if you can do this, you can get to a free consulting session. And the coffee group that I went on, 3 of the girls booked consultation services. One of them spent $600. Don't do that. You don't have to spend $600. One of them only spent $150. You could also spend only $150. But they'll tell you what your colors are. They'll tell you what to do. And the reason my skin looks so good when you see on Instagram, because I don't use filters, is because I use their clean beauty, and I highly recommend it. And lastly, you guys, I don't know if Sephora is a great place or not a great place. I'm going to shout them out anyways. You can actually book a beauty service for just one feature, or you can book a beauty lesson. And if you tell them that you want to learn how to do something, they will teach you how to do something. So I went for my second visit. I'm like, how do I do eye makeup? And I just had to say, I'm fucking slaying. I am like layering them. The eyeshadows, all clean beauty for me. I'm layering them. People are like, I'm getting thumbs up everywhere on all the channels. So thanks, ladies. Thanks for helping a girl out, because I'm feeling super confident. I'm a little insecure about the eyeliner, but I'm working on it. Anyways, the girl who helped me, she noticed based on the products that I'm currently using that I'm a clean beauty person, trying to be, because let's just be honest, I'm not letting go of my lipsticks yet. I spent too much money and they're fully usable. So as I can, I'll let go of them. But the girl taught me about an app called Yuka, Y-U-K-A. You can use a food version or a makeup version, and you can scan barcodes and it will tell you if it's clean or not. And even if it says it's organic or whatever, you can see like what parts of it are not. And it will actually tell you like green, yellow, like red. Whoa. There is some shit in some of our stuff, guys. It's like known carcinogens. So at any rate, I'm not saying throw all your makeup out. I am saying use the Yuka app to help you with that. But my skin is not like, this is not natural beauty, guys. I'm going to be real honest, like love my family, but I can see their pores. All of this is because of really just great products from great people. So go try them out.
Go try them out. I'm so happy I was able to participate in that question.
Well, Brad loves my products because he uses them. And sometimes I
do enjoy that honey exfoliant situation.
It's good.
Yeah, that John. I'm going to use more descriptive words like that great stuff. Yeah, I dig it.
That's wonderful, babe. Thank you so much. It was very convincing.
Just helping out, It was
super convincing. Well, thanks for your questions. You can ask them anywhere. You can ask any question you want. It doesn't have to be about Pilates. It doesn't have to be makeup. It can be anything you want. We're here to just give you straight up honest advice.
Okay, now let's talk about Nada Nassardeen. Her founding of Rise Up For You was as profound as it was transformative. She is dedicated to empowering individuals and teams through leadership and personal development coaching. With a rich background in executive leadership, she leverages her experiences to inspire confidence and growth in others. And I must say, I really resonated with this conversation. Literally this afternoon, I was on a podcast and I was talking about belief. And then lo and behold, I was reviewing the pod for tonight and Netta was talking about belief. And I was like, totally in line. Like, absolutely agree. There's a very interesting backstory for Rise Up for those of you who may have not heard the interview. She was working, like C-level executive situation at a company and decided to leave that and go. She got married and moved out of the country. And unfortunately, very shortly after she moved, her now ex-husband filed for divorce. And so I think that was a quite shocking experience. And she said she was at the lowest point of her life. She had $100 in her bank account. She literally lost it all. And she was coming back home to California. And she said she was, just absolutely a mess. And she said she was crying on the plane and she was confused and embarrassed. And she had a dream about her father who had passed away. And in the dream, he said, everything you need is already inside of you. You just have to rise up for you. And she remembered that and she took that to heart, and that became the name of her company. So Rise Up For You is, that's where the name came from. So I thought that was inspiring.
Yeah, it's just so inspiring. So One of the things I love she said is if you want to move forward and you want to create a massive change in your life, you have to be unapologetically self-confident to the point that your identity is not defined by the mistakes and the failures that you have.
Yeah, I think that's worth repeating, the last part of it. The mistakes and the failures do not define you.
They do not define you. This is humongous because I think we let our self-confidence be rocked by, if it doesn't go exactly the way that I said it was going to go, then I'm a failure, which is like not true at all. But by the way,
I find it really interesting that like we can
we just like talk about, like, it's science day, right? It's like science and math day. It's Pi Day. So scientists literally create hypotheses they try to prove incorrect. They actually want to prove themselves wrong. That to them is the thing.
Oh, wait, hold on. The math is where it's at.
Yeah.
The math. The math is where it's at.
Pie. So anyways, so I find it so interesting, like in one world of society, like if you prove your hypothesis right, you're like, oh fuck, I hope someone gets this like wrong, because you want to make sure it's actually so true.
Yeah.
And we, in everything we do, are like, oh, if I fuck this up, then I'm a failure. It's like, no, science will be like, that's awesome, like, way to go.
Well, not only that, I also think it's interesting that this is a tough conversation, y'all, but there's a book called Ego is the Enemy. It's a really powerful book. It's a short read. I would recommend every single one of you get this book. But it blew my mind because when we think of ego, what do we think? Arrogance. Oh, there's like crazy, people who are like, like that guy can't even help himself. He just like, get off the stage. The ego has two spectrums, right? So the one is that crazy arrogance where you're like, I could never be around this person. But the other end of the spectrum is unbelievable self-doubt.
Oh,
where we're second guessing ourselves, people pleasing, where we literally define ourselves by how people judge us, right? This is also ego. In fact, it's just as extreme as the unbelievably arrogant person, right? And I think that it's because of like the way that we were raised, and we're supposed to be, like you can't show weakness, you can't have failure, all that kind of stuff. We end up deciding that everyone's just going to see us as a failure if we fail. This is not reality, right? Because most people are just simply thinking about themselves. But as an entrepreneur, literally the mantra of being an entrepreneur is fail fast.
Yeah.
Fail fast, right? So this idea that failure is going to define you for the rest of your life, and you're not going to be able to like, I don't know, have success, or people are going to judge you forever for it or whatever. Like, we fail all the time. All the time. Sometimes it's embarrassing and we just move on,
Yeah. I mean, also like the thing that's really interesting is like we work with people who are coaches who've never hit a goal that they've ever set for themselves in the last several years because they set goals so high. And we set goals that are so high and we don't ever meet them, but we actually end up celebrating what we did do because like we learned so much from that. And so it's not a failure at all because we actually like learned so much from that. So I want to talk about something. She said that 83% of the 1,000 professionals that they assess each year say their number one challenge is self-confidence. And she said that most individuals struggle with this and it prevents them from taking action. And because they're people pleasers, afraid of letting people down, and they have no healthy boundaries in life. You guys, confidence doesn't come from like good things happening to you or you being successful in your goals. It actually comes from you taking action.
Action.
When you know you can bet on yourself, you have self-confidence. And that people pleasing, that not having boundaries, that not like doing something until you feel ready, in air quotes, is actually crippling people from building the life they want. That's what she discovered. So, I mean, I love that she has the stats to go with things, but I wait till you get the beit action items because it's going to help you with that confidence. Anyways, what did you love?
So she said she finds people take life for granted and they're very entitled when it comes to urgency of living. Mm-hmm. Right. And first off, I agree with her, but I also think that sometimes we get in the groove and then we turn around and it's been 5 years. And we're like, whoa, how did that even happen? Right? What did I even do? And you two talked about the pandemic and how that was kind of a wake up call for people. And I thought that was, appropriate. But she said, we have a very entitled mindset around having time. And sometimes
I think that's really important. She said we have a very entitled mindset around having time.
As if we're going to have
we're guaranteed it.
An infinite amount of time. Yeah. Or that we're guaranteed or we're owed that time. And, she talked about like, we don't know. We don't even know what's going to happen 3 hours from now. And I just got goosebumps actually thinking about it.
I did too.
Yeah. But she said the last thing you want to do is turn around 5 years later and be in the same spot. And it's creating that urgency to make decisions and live your life because life does not discriminate. You have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, you really don't. And I think like for some of you listening, I have fear that you'll just make a to-do list that's 1,000,000 miles long and that you can't get done. And for some of you, I hope this is like a good kick in the pants. For those of you who are like about to go and do 1,000,000 things at once, I just want to say, can you listen to last week's episode, Be It Action Items, and break down things into tiny actions and take action? Because making a to-do list that's 1,000,000 miles long is just you to doing all of yourself and not helping you actually get out. It'd be in the same place tomorrow. So like, anyways, to do is what is that?
I'm gonna just leave last week's joke alone. Okay.
You're gonna leave it in last week's episode. Because in case this is their first episode, they won't know what that means.
They won't. All right. Yeah. You're gonna have to go back and listen.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I thought I appreciated that because when you get comfortable, it's easy to just chill and not keep living.
Sometimes I'm really looking for comfortable. I just want to say like, but someday I just want it to be comfortable. But yes.
Well, I guess I'm open to retirement, but even in retirement, I
don't want to sit around and watch Netflix all day.
That's kind of what I was alluding to, Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think that I think that those of you who there's a lot of people who are busying themselves, but not actually getting themselves into a new place. And so I would say actually take actions that move your thing forward, not just
main. So the way I look at
maintain the whirlwind,
maintenance and movement. Mm-hmm. So maintenance and movement, right? The 2 M's. I just made the second.
I like it. I'm in.
But the maintenance is the hamster wheel of doing the daily routine of like running the kids to school and doing life and getting the mail and making food and blah, blah, and sleeping and doing laundry, right? All that stuff has to get done anyway, right? But if you never set aside time to intentionally do a project or something that is going to move you forward, then you will never do it because it's so very easy to get caught in.
By the way, you'll get the dishes done. You want to know when you have no forks? You will get the dishes done. You'll get the laundry done. You want to win? You have no underwear. You'd be surprised how many clothes you have in that closet.
It's true.
Before you run out of underwear. So I'm just saying, make time for the things that get you to change the course that you're on. Stop feeling like you have more time and thinking you have more. You don't know how much time you have. And it'd be a freaking shame for you to waste it. I'm just saying.
All right, finally, let's talk about those Be It action items. What bold, executable, intrinsic, or targeted action items can we take away from your combo with Nada Nassardeen? She says she had her 4Bs framework, which I really appreciated. But before that, she talked about managing your negative beliefs, and I really resonated with this. So y'all have heard me talk about this before, where I have a fear of money, right? And money mindset and unhealthy money mindset. Fear that we're not going to make enough, or we're not going to pay our bills, or somehow we're not going to meet our mortgage payment, whatever, right? And
we're working on that. He's no longer fearing money because that means money is not coming.
Well, let me finish, because the reality is the negative belief. First off, it's a cycle, right? When you start down this rabbit hole, then all of a sudden, the fucking sky's falling and you're gonna somehow everything's gonna light itself on fire and blow up, right? Your mind takes you to the worst case of every possible thing, and it just spirals. And, when Nada was talking about this, I really resonated with it because she said, hey, listen, of course I'm like positivity, like leadership, how do we grow and shift and change? She's like, none of that means that I don't still have negative thoughts, right? But she said, what I've become good at is identifying when I'm about to go down the rabbit hole, when I'm about to spiral, and stopping myself, right? And allowing myself a moment to go, we don't need to go there. It's, like I already know where that's going to take me. I don't need to do that, right? And so that was really interesting because the past couple of years, this has been something that I've been intentionally working on because it's really easy to put yourself into high stress mode. And at the end of the day, it still works out anyway, And instead of putting yourself into high stress mode, what if you could head that off at the pass and be like, hey, maybe not, what if we focused on something else right now? And so she said, you can shift the behavior so that it serves you versus sabotaging you. And I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I really love that. I think you all should save that information for when you're needing it. So the 4 Bs, which who doesn't love 4 Bs?
Woo.
So are the 4 Bs to reframe and reverse engineer belief systems so that you can build confidence. So this is the 4 Bs for building confidence. So one is limiting beliefs. What got in your way? Got to figure out what are those limiting beliefs that's getting in your way. 2, the backstory to that limiting belief. So what is the story that you're telling yourself that built that limiting belief up? So I thought I'm like, I can't cook. And then I discovered the backstory of that was like my grandfather saying that I was stupid because I put butter on the outside of a grilled cheese sandwich. By the way, you fucking put butter on the outside of a grilled cheese sandwich. What is the behavior that's causing? It means I never cook anything and I literally order out all the meals and I had no cookware of any kind when Brad met me. And then 4 is breaking the limiting beliefs. So if you've been watching my stories, occasionally I start cooking things and we are always shocked and impressed when they come through because I actually can cook really well. But anyways, beliefs, backstory, ice cream, num yum. Beliefs, backstory, behavior, breaking the limiting beliefs. That is the 4 Bs to confidence.
The mat is where it's at.
There's so many inside jokes in this episode. Good luck. I hope you've been with us for a long time. I'm Lesley Logan.
And I'm Brad Crowell.
How are you going to use these tips in your life? We want to know. Tag Nada, tag the Beit Pod. Let us know. Send us your questions. Send us your comments. Send us in your fun stories. I mean, if you heard last week, we've got a listener who's comparing our intro and how she knows it to how she knows the SVU intro. And I'm in. So we love hearing from you. It really does bring us joy to know how much you are using this Beit Pod to take you to your next level in your life. Thank you so much. And until next time, be it till you see it.
Bye for now.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day. Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time. Today is March 14th. It's Pi Day.
Woo! Not P-I-E, but P-I, which is...
Private investigator.
No. So, and any day that combines fun, education, and pie is a day worth celebrating. That's what the people say.
The map is where it's at. The map is where it's at.
A bill becomes a law. I'm just a bill. You're on Capitol Hill. People know what I'm talking about if they grew up in the States. They know.
They know.
And by the way, we were lied to.
We were lied to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not how it works.
It's not.